Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to get the brand new level up players for free here at NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 20,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, consistent daily MyTEAM content, and I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Going to be trying to hit 20K by the end of February, which does mean we have a full month to work towards it, but would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe to try to help me work towards that mark. It's gonna be a heck of a grind, but I would really appreciate it. And yeah, without further ado, let's hop right into it. Let's take a look at these brand new agendas that dropped today for these level up players. You got to complete all of them to get Kyle Korver, and there's 4 agendas right here, as y'all can see, and each of the 4 agendas reward you with one of the 4 other players in this set, being Diamond Jermaine O'Neal, Amethyst CJ McCollum, Amethyst Alex English, and obviously Ruby Shigana Jop, as I just went away from the wrong thing. There we go. So the agendas, you got to get 50 blocks over multiple games with this Ruby Shigana Jop to get him. Not with him, I'm sorry. You just got to get 50 blocks, period, to get him. Small forward points in the paint over multiple multiplayer games. I cannot speak. You got to score 300. That is not super easy, but I do think it is doable. Shooting guard threes is 100 3-pointers with shooting guards over multiple games, and then 200 rebounds with power forwards over multiple multiplayer games as well is going to be your best bet. You got to complete all 4 of those agendas to get Kyle Korver if you do want to get him. The only other way that this Korver is currently available is if you pull him out of packs. He is not currently in the player market, so you do have packs in here that you could open as well to try to get this Korver card, but you have less than 2% chance at a pink diamond pull out of these deluxe packs. The base packs have a less than 2% chance at pull at even an amethyst. Okay, wow. I would definitely say these packs are not looking very good. Probably realistically going to want to stay away from these packs this week. So I think realistically, if you want these cards, your best bet is just simply going to be to suck it up and grind these agendas. It's not that bad. These aren't super easy. They'll be time consuming, but they're not that horrible. The 100 3-pointers and 50 blocks you can do at the same time. And by the way, I will recommend to y'all how to do that agenda and how I think the quickest way to do it would be. It's not in skills challenge. It's a spotlight challenge, correct? Oh, it's not even here anymore. It was a season 3 spotlight. I don't even think it's here anymore. So your best bet probably is going to go into one of the triple threat games that is on a very low difficulty, such as this one that is on pro, although you're going to want to do one that has a point guard who can't dunk the ball. You want to go up against a point guard who can't dunk the ball. I'm not totally sure which of these you probably want to do, but something that's on semi-pro or pro has a point guard that can't dunk the ball too well in one of these triple threat agendas. Unfortunately, they did take away the really easy agendas that were out at one point. This Inferno triple threat agenda would work probably because Brandon Jennings is definitely more of a, he's not really a slashing PG, but he can't dunk the ball all that well. You could block him pretty easily. So in this agenda, I feel like you could just use a shooting guard and then a couple bigs, switch one of the bigs onto Brandon Jennings and just intentionally try to block him consistently would be your best bet. And then, or you can do this in triple threat offline as well, obviously. And then just make sure you're hitting the 3-pointers with shooting guards, getting the games done quickly. It'll get through 7 3-pointers a game. You just knock them down on a low difficulty, and you'll get those 100 3-pointers in what? I guess it's 15 games of triple threat offline, or 15 21-point games. In those games, as you're hitting those threes, make sure you're trying to get those blocks with your centers, and you will probably get both of those agendas done at around the same time, I would say. Obviously, can do it in triple threat offline as well and get rewards. Might not be quite as easy because you're going to match up against certain guys who are harder to block or harder to score threes on, but still, that is how I would do those 2 agendas, is by tying them together. Now, the power forward rebounds over multiple multiplayer games, 200 of those, and then 300 small forward points in the paint over multiple multiplayer games as well. Honestly, I think your best bet for trying to complete that is just going to be playing triple threat online, and then using exclusively a team of all small forwards, power forwards, like the team that I have assembled right here. Adam Morris and LeBron and Luol Deng. It really could be anybody. You could throw Jason Tatum or Dennis Rodman or even a budget card like an OG Anunoby or whoever the case might be as a small forward, power forward forward in here, but what happens here is if any of these guys score in the paint on a dunk or a layup or whatever, or get a rebound, which they will obviously be doing both of those things throughout this game, that will contribute towards both of those agendas. So all three of these players are contributing towards both of those agendas, and I think this is probably your best bet in terms of trying to complete this. If you have Thurl Bailey, he is the perfect player for this because he's 6'11" at small forward, power forward, so he's got a lot of size, a lot of defensive versatility, being able to guard bigs as well. And I think he will give you a little bit more of a complete size-wise lineup. But I think something along these lines is probably going to be your best bet in terms of trying to complete those two agendas specifically in the most timely manner possible. And I would estimate, honestly, if you are trying to complete all of these agendas quickly, it will probably take you, my estimation is around 3 to 4 hours. I think the shooting guard threes and the 50 blocks over multiple games, you can probably complete in about an hour to hour and a half would be my guess. Probably about an hour and a half. And then the small forward points in paint and power forward rebounds, it could be a lot quicker if you match up against people who are intentionally willing to let you and help you complete your agendas in Triple Threat Online, which you can always hop on the mic and ask, I'm trying to work on this agenda. Can you let me score points in the paint, or can you let me try to get rebounds with my power forward? Whatever. You should hopefully be able to get that type of stuff done easier, which would help. But I think even if you're grinding it organically and just trying to be intentional about it, it might be boring, but I think you could get this done in 3 or 4 hours max, and get all of these agendas done, get that pink diamond Kyle Korver. So if these are cards that you're really wanting to add to your collection this week, I don't think it's going to be all that hard to do so if that is what you're looking to do. Obviously, the agendas, as we can see, do expire in a week, so make sure you get these done before next Tuesday's content comes out. If you do want to buy these cards, at some point, they will go into the player market as well, of course. I do not believe I'm going to be grinding these agendas myself, though. I'll be completely honest. For me, with how good my team is, I don't think any of these cards are actually going to make my team, so even though they're not bad cards, they're also not amazing, so I think I'm going to just stay away from getting today's cards on my own account. I just think that's going to be a lot of work, and I don't really feel like putting the time into grinding out these cards personally when they're not going to make my lineup or do anything really positive for me. So as a whole, that is, I think, all we need to know for today's video. So if y'all, let me know if y'all are planning on getting Kyle Korver, if y'all are excited about this card or any of the other cards that came out in today's level up drop. I think there are some good cards in today's drop for sure, but for me personally, it's just not worth actually grinding out these agendas because they made them a little bit time consuming. I'm not totally shocked. The cards are not bad, but I wish it was maybe a little easier. I don't know. It's going to be a bit time consuming if you do want to get those cards. But regardless, that is going to do it for today's video. So I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. And I appreciate y'all. Peace.